So here we are. This is game one between Haypro from Europe and Gerrard from Asia in the Euro vs. Asia showmatch series hosted by GoSuGamers.net and 178.sc2.com. We have Gerrard spawning as the blue Zerg in the north position. He's already sending his overlord to the right. And we have Haypro spawning as the yellow Zerg at the south spot. And additionally, he is sending his overlord to the left here. There's always a little bit of debate on where to send your overlord. In StarCraft 1, this was a big issue. Should I send it to the closer or the farther away position? In StarCraft 2, generally players prefer sending it to the closer position first because queens do exist. There is an anti-air element in the early game, so if you try to send it too far away, you run the risk of getting your overlord sniped. On this map, given the fact that they are cross positions, setting up an early expansion is an excellent choice, and you can even cut a lot of your early unit production so that way you can end up with a very, very big, strong army in those later stages, and always you can throw down some emergency spine crawlers or zerglings if you do see them coming. Extractor trick by Haypro. He is continuing to build drones. Same situation for Gerrard. He has built his overlord as well, and second overlord positioning, very important. Gerrard is already heading out here to the front of his natural expansion. Important step to dealing with any sort of zergling attacks that are coming early on. And players do generally send out their first few links to do a little bit of pressure. And Gerrard, interestingly, building an extractor around 14, getting ready to set up for perhaps zergling speed right when his spawning pool finishes. I say perhaps zergling speed. Most players don't end up opting for the ultra-fast layer because that will cut into their ability to start making a queen. But every so often, players do get that Baneling nest. Baneling so strong in this matchup. And here is Haypro doing the early expand at his natural, and Haypro also heading out with a pool directly thereafter, the 15 hatch, 14 pool style. The big concern with this opening is how is he going to deal with any sort of Baneling busts. You can deal with roaches adequately by setting up a bunch of spine crawlers, but a one basing Zergling Baneling player poses a huge threat. Gerrard saving up his larva, certainly going to see some Zerglings coming out right at the outset of this game. There is a spawning pool finishing. Is he getting speed? Yes, indeed. He wants to do a lot of pressure to this kind of early expand, and it is going to be very tough for Haypro to be able to defend it adequately unless he has a very nice setup, occasionally defensive Banelings, skipping Zergling speed of your own and just opting to set up the Baneling nest right away is the best choice for any player opening similar to Gerrard. And look at Gerrard. There is the Baneling nest. Oh my god, playing it almost like it's a Zerg versus Terran. Going to be doing a Zergling Baneling bust. This is an increasingly popular strategy in this matchup now that the roaches are becoming much, much weaker over time. Haypro building a queen in his main. Will he be getting an early second queen? It does not appear that he is, and this is an incredibly intense situation for Haypro. He needs to have a very big Zergling army in order to do a strong counterattack, but note here that Zergling speed is about halfway done at this point in time, and the Baneling nest is rapidly finishing as well. Haypro doing some very nice micro by Gerrard, managing to take out those two Zerglings with his own. Haypro coming down with a bunch of links himself, and no Zergling speed yet started for Haypro. He needs to start setting up something to deal with these Banelings. There is a spine crawler going down now as well, but that Baneling nest is already finished. Look at the timing on this attack by Gerrard. He needs to pull back relatively far, not only so that he doesn't get spotted, but also to reinforce with his own Zerglings. And look at this, morphing the Baneling cocoons right next to that Xel'Naga watchtower, so it's very hard to get a good sense of how many units there are behind that watchtower because, I mean, I'm not going to lie, players aren't going to be hitting these buttons to really get a good count, but I, as the observer, see that there are a lot of Zerglings coming in at the front, and it looks like Haypro is building many Zerglings himself. He is continuing to add more and more larvae, and look at this, opting to get Zergling speed and then halting on any sort of gas mining. He is now getting a second gas, and he's also getting the spine crawler in his main. Oh my goodness, canceling that gas geyser. Looks like he didn't realize that there were this many Banelings coming, but he sees it now. Here is the huge charge. And the Banelings, oh my god, doing serious damage. Very nice Baneling micro. Oh my god, Gerrard doing serious damage there. The queen is going to fall, and Haypro has almost no way to defend against this. Look at the timing of this huge all-in by Gerrard. Oh wow, taking out all the rest of those Zerglings, but there are currently no more Banelings left. It is just Zergling against Zerglings right now. This big set of larvae are about to pop out. There is the huge amount of Zerglings swinging forward in Haypro's favor, and he is going to be able to clean that up very easily, but there could be more Banelings coming. Gerrard really needs to reinforce on that Baneling count. In the production queue. It looks like there are no banelings. There are 2 banelings finally being made. This queen is about to pop out. Is there another queen in the main? No, indeed there is not, because there is just not enough time. Here comes Haypro. Oh no, they're the banelings. They're so close to being finished. Haypro needs to do as much damage to these Zerglings as possible, because when these banelings pop, oh my god, all of the Zerglings just got annihilated for Haypro. That was a huge move right there. More Zerglings being reinforced. Gerrard showing the power of banelings. Just if you have 2 or 3, you can annihilate enormous groups of Zerglings. That queen is out right now. It is 2 hatcheries against 1. Big surround right now for Haypro. Those banelings are nowhere near close to be finished. But Gerrard, wow, having a lot of Zerglings, doing some brilliant macro. More Zerglings popping out for Haypro. He really has no choice. He needs to continue to make more and more Zerglings, but this is so smart. Look at how far he's drawing away these Zerglings. And here come the banelings. Oh my god. Oh, he manages to take out 1. 2 are down. Some nice control there by Haypro, minimizing the damage that those banelings are going to do. But Gerrard has pretty much committed himself to trying to win early on right here. He has still not made anything except Zerglings and banelings. Going up here to the resource counter, we do see that Haypro and Gerrard are even in terms of unit count, but with these banelings being morphed, it's going to be so hard for Haypro to stay ahead. Huge surge forward in the number of Zerglings for Haypro. If he can reinforce that and surround, he might be able to pull off a miracle, but here comes 1 baneling. It's going to be able to do so much damage. Haypro, trying to prepare for a huge counterattack with these Zerglings, realizes that it is a horrible time to do so. There is a baneling invading, doing serious damage. The queen falls. More rearrangement of these Zerglings by Haypro. He's trying to get in good position, and finally decides that maybe a counterattack was good after all, but Gerrard has already set up so many Zerglings on his high ground. This expansion is going to fall for Haypro. Haypro realizes now that this counterattack is not going to work out very well. Gerrard having to pull back, and Gerrard looks like he is in a beautiful position to take this game. More Zerglings are hatching now for Haypro, but he does not have a queen. It is 1 hatch with a queen versus 2 hatches without. So here is Haypro trying to pull back, get his Zerglings in good position. It is a ling-on-ling fight. No banelings here. The bigger arc has been given to Gerrard. He set himself up better at the outset of that. Haypro trying to reinforce, but Gerrard has just too many Zerglings. And good game. Wow, an epic micro battle to begin the series. Always difficult to deal with banelings if you go for that early expansion. Gerrard really demonstrating that having good timing and microing those banelings well can lead to an easy early victory. That might sound silly, the idea of baneling micro, but you want to make certain that your banelings don't suicide on the wrong units or that they don't cluster. You want to have those banelings being spread out properly, and Gerrard did a brilliant job of that. So we will be going on to game 2 in just a moment. What map is Haypro going to be choosing?